So I've been in business for some time now, and every so often a conversation comes up, which is what's more important, marketing or sales? Now, I'm a big believer that any business that you're in, they're both very, very, very important. My take on it is this. I would support that learning sales is more important initially than marketing, because if you were given great leads, I don't know if anyone's ever seen the film Glengarry Glen Ross, but there's a quote in there where he says, even if I handed you these Glengarry leads, you wouldn't know what to do with them. And that's exactly right, because even if you're the best marketer in the world and you've got the best leads, if you can't close and if you can't sell, it's pointless. You're going to be handed some gold and you're going to turn it into rubbish. So homing in on your sales skills is important. Things like your attitude, things like your work rate, things like your product knowledge, things like your energy, things like your objection handle, things like your mindset. All these kind of things are very, very, very important. And more importantly, before you go into a sales environment or on the phone, you need to have your goals and your vision intact, because someone that doesn't have a target are never going to attract the right kind of clients, never going to attract the right kind of sales, and never going to get the right amount of money in through the door. I have seen a sales company start with no money and they jumped into Yellow Pages. This shows how old I am. Back in the day when I was roughly about 19, 20 years of age, and they literally pulled out a lot of money from speaking to potential prospects in Yellow Pages and raised a lot of money in their first month of trading. Now, I'm not endorsing to go and speak to people in Yellow Pages, not saying that. What I'm saying is, salespeople can become quite resourceful. They can be quite bullish, tenacious, and 9 times out of 10, if they're the right kind of fighter on the phone, with ethics of course, and they're doing it in a professional way, they can pull some magical things out the woodwork. However, the only way you're ever going to scale your business is by having the right funnels, getting the right kind of clients in, the right marketing team, the right kind of marketing strategy in place. Because we've been through scenarios that, even though we're, I would say, fairly good salespeople, and we've done some great things before in the past, when we've had a low point in the company is when the marketing strategy hasn't been implemented properly, and you're getting the wrong kind of prospects or clients in that are not suitable for your product or suitable for your company or suitable for the market, and you need to turn those leads away. You become very frustrated and you become quite anxious about what's going to happen over the next few weeks, next few months, and over the next year. 2 people that I've looked at, which are high profile people, are Jordan Belfort, aka the Wolf of Wall Street. I would say he's a thoroughbred salesperson or broker. And then you've got someone like Grant Cardone, who is, in my opinion, a good salesperson, but more of a marketer. Now, they're both high profile people. They both got massive amount of people following them on social media, millions and millions of people that get education, motivation, and inspiration from these people. And last of all, they are people that are wealthy. Now, arguably, Grant Cardone is far wealthier than Jordan Belfort, maybe because of the assets that he's got. The point is, they're both very, very successful individuals, but I believe if you sandwich the two, you can take your company from here to here. I believe they're both very, very important. They're equally as important, but I believe if you're going to kickstart your company, you need to have really, really good determined people that are great salespeople to kind of ramp things up. Once you get some money through the door, having a great marketing strategy is going to be very, very healthy. I'm interested to hear what you believe, whether you think marketing is more important or sales is more important. I do believe once a company has already kicked off, they're both equally as important, but I've seen salespeople with no leads and they find the leads and they close them. And I've also seen some very, very wealthy companies that have started with the help of mum and dad or help of investors. They've got some golden lead through and they've wasted it. Because number one, they don't have the mindset. Number 2, they don't have the goals. Number 3, they don't have the experience when it comes down to selling. And to be honest, I'm going to just say it how it is, they don't have the bollocks to close. The thing is, it takes a lot of people that get into a sales environment with good leads or bad leads is they don't have the encouragement, they don't have the grit or the determination to just to pick up their phone or call someone or go and meet someone and basically ask for the order. People become fearful, they have anxiety, and I believe the only way you're really ever going to overcome those things is by experience, by failing, getting feedback, by going into certain scenarios where you feel a little bit uncomfortable. But the more times you feel uncomfortable and get comfortable with being uncomfortable, that's where you start to build up this second nature approach. This you build up this kind of shield, and you can go into these calls with no fear. Now, I want to hit this point before I leave this episode. It's never about pitching people that are not right for your product. It's never about pitching people that don't have the money for your product. It's never about pitching people that are not suitable for your company or your market. So you need to become a fucking adult and learn to walk away from those scenarios, because I can tell you this, if you start to try and push on to people that are not suitable, you're going to create problems. So, takeaways: learn fucking sales and become a professional at it. Keep on learning, because you can always learn in sales. I've been doing it since I was 19 years of age, and I'm still learning from people that I've had people come into the sales environment, and I've learned off them, and they've only been selling for about a month, because the way they sell and their natural ability to say certain things is something I can learn from. Marketing is very, very important. You need to find companies that have worked alongside maybe your mentors' companies or people that you admire in business, and maybe learn from their strategies. And I think one other point that I haven't hit home on is effective communication, because whether you're doing sales, whether you're doing marketing, it all comes down to that communication. If you're not communicating with your staff members, with your clients, with your peers, your business partners, or people that are affiliated to your brand, then everything breaks down. And frustration, once frustration embeds into your culture, into your company, big problems are big. You're going to be faced with big problems. So definitely another thing to take away from this is the art of communication and being effective, an effective communicator. And no matter whether things are going right, no matter whether things are going not so right and they're going slightly wrong, you need to be honest, and you need to effectively, communicate that to your team. So if you're thinking about starting a business, if you're thinking about scaling the business, and if you're thinking about, becoming this entrepreneur, which is a bit of a buzzword at the moment, learning marketing and most importantly sales is absolutely key for you to thrive and to scale up. Be happy, never content. Speak to you guys soon.